Hey, 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 English learners! Welcome back to the Daily English Podcast, your favorite place to learn real English, easy English, everyday English, the kind of English you actually use in real life.
Yes, welcome back, everyone. We are so happy you are here with us today. This is the podcast where we talk like real people, share real stories, and help you feel comfortable and confident in English.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Orus.
And together, we are your two English friends. Not your teachers with a big stick, just your friends who really want to help you grow.
Exactly. No boring grammar rules today. Just real talk, real English, real life.
So, Orus, how are you doing today? You look very calm.
You know, Corey, I actually am calm. This morning I did something a little different. I didn't check my phone for the first hour after I woke up.
Wait, really? No phone?
No phone. I just sat with my coffee. No noise, no messages, just quiet.
And how did that feel?
Honestly, strange at first. My hand kept reaching for the phone out of habit, but after a few minutes, my mind felt lighter, clearer.
That is a perfect way to start today's topic.
Oh, is it connected?
It's exactly connected. Today, we are talking about the power of silence.
Ooh, I like that already.
I know, right? And when you hear silence, maybe you think of something boring, something empty, nothing happening.
Or maybe a little uncomfortable, like when a conversation stops and nobody knows what to say.
Exactly, that awkward silence. But today, we are talking about a different kind of silence, a silence that is powerful, a silence that helps you think better, feel better, and even speak better.
That's right. And of course, along the way, we are going to learn a lot of useful English words and phrases.
Real words, real phrases, real examples. Nothing complicated.
Listen carefully, repeat when you can, and enjoy the conversation.
And before we go further, a small favor.
Yes, if you are enjoying this podcast, please click like, please subscribe to Daily English Podcast, and please share this episode with one friend who is learning English.
Maybe a friend who talks a lot and needs to hear this episode.
Corey?
What? I'm just saying, we all have that friend.
Okay, fair. Share it with anyone who wants to improve their English in a calm and easy way.
And one more thing, you can also find us on Facebook now, and we just launched on Spotify too.
Yes, if you like listening on the go, search Daily English Podcast on Spotify and hit follow. And on Facebook, we post extra tips, quotes, and short lessons between episodes.
So wherever you like to listen or scroll, we're there. Come say hi.
Stay until the end today. We have a special announcement, and you are not going to want to miss it.
Yes, something we think is going to help your English learning so much. So do not click away. The best part is coming at the end. Okay, are you ready?
Let's go.
So, Orus, let's start with a simple question. Why do we usually feel afraid of silence?
That's a great question. I think for many people, silence feels empty, and empty feels uncomfortable.
Right. When there is a silence in a conversation, people often rush to fill it. They say something, anything, just to remove the silence.
Even if what they say isn't important.
Especially if what they say isn't important.
True, and I think this happens in our minds too, not just in conversations. Our minds are full of noise all day. Thoughts, worries, plans, phone notifications.
Constant noise, and we rarely give our minds a break.
And that's the first idea we want to talk about today. Silence is not empty. Silence is space.
Say that again. That's a good one.
Silence is not empty. Silence is space. Space to think, space to breathe, space to notice things you usually miss.
I love that. Let's talk about our first way that silence has power. Number 1, silence helps you think more clearly.
Yes, when your mind is full of noise, it's hard to think clearly. It's like trying to see through dirty water.
Dirty water. D-I-R-T-Y. Not clean.
Right. If the water is dirty, you cannot see to the bottom. But if you let the water sit quietly, the dirt slowly settles down and the water becomes clear.
Oh, I like that image.
Our minds work the same way. When we are always busy, always talking, always scrolling on our phones, our thoughts stay messy. But when we sit in silence, even for a few minutes, our thoughts slowly settle, and we can finally see clearly.
I have a small story about this. Last month, I had a big decision to make. Should I take a new job or stay at my old one?
A big decision.
Very big. And for 2 weeks, I talked about it with everyone. My sister, my friends, my coworkers. Everyone had an opinion.
Let me guess, it got confusing.
So confusing. Every person told me something different. My head was full of everyone's voice except my own.
So what did you do?
One evening, I turned off my phone. I sat on my balcony. No music, no talking, just quiet. And after about 20 minutes, I finally heard my own thoughts again.
And what did your own thoughts say?
They said, "You already know the answer. You've known it for days. You were just too busy listening to everyone else to hear yourself."
Wow, that gave me chills a little bit.
It's true. Silence gave me back my own voice.
That's beautiful. And I think this happens to a lot of us. We ask everyone for advice, but we forget to ask ourselves.
Because to ask yourself, you need quiet. You need a moment without noise.
So the lesson here is when your mind feels foggy, try silence before you try more talking.
Foggy. F-O-G-G-Y. When something is foggy, it's not clear, like when there is fog in the morning and you cannot see far.
Good word. Okay, let's move to number 2. Silence helps you listen better to other people.
This one is so important. Have you ever talked to someone and you could tell they weren't really listening?
Oh, all the time. You can see it in their eyes. They're not listening, they're just waiting for their turn to talk.
Waiting for their turn to talk. That's such a common habit. We do this without even noticing.
We do. While the other person is speaking, our brain is already preparing our next sentence. We're not actually receiving their words.
And that's the opposite of real listening. Real listening needs silence inside your own head, not just outside.
Silence inside your own head. That's a strong idea.
It means while someone is talking, you quiet your own thoughts and just focus on their words, not planning your reply, not judging, just listening.
I remember when I first noticed I wasn't doing this. I was talking with my mother on the phone, and she was telling me about her day, but in my head, I was thinking about an email I needed to send.
Uh-oh.
And at the end, she said, "Are you even listening to me?" And I had to admit, not really.
How did that feel?
Honestly, a little embarrassing, because I love my mother, and I didn't want her to feel unheard.
Unheard. U-N-H-E-A-R-D. When someone feels unheard, they feel like nobody is really listening to them.
Yes. So after that, I made a small promise to myself. When someone is talking to me, I try to quiet my mind and give them my full attention.
Full attention. That's a gift you can give someone, and it costs nothing.
Exactly. And people can feel the difference. When you truly listen in silence, people feel respected. They feel valued.
So number 2 is use silence in your mind to become a better listener to others.
Beautifully said.
Okay, number 3. And I think this one surprises a lot of people. Silence can make your words more powerful.
Ooh, tell me more.
So think about people who talk a lot, nonstop, filling every second with words. After a while, do you remember what they said?
Honestly, not really. It all blends together.
Exactly. But think about someone who speaks less but chooses their words carefully. When they finally speak, people listen closely.
Because their words feel valuable, like a rare gift, not something they give away constantly.
Precisely. There is a saying, empty barrels make the most noise.
I've heard that one. It means people who don't have much to say often talk the loudest and the most.
Right. And people who really understand something can often say it in fewer words with more power.
I remember watching an interview once with a very successful businesswoman. A reporter asked her a hard question, and instead of answering right away, she paused. She just sat there quietly for about 5 seconds, thinking.
5 seconds is a long time on camera.
It felt very long, But then she gave a short, clear, powerful answer. And that pause, that silence before she spoke, made her answer feel even stronger.
Because the pause showed she was really thinking, not just repeating something automatic.
Exactly. A pause before speaking is not weakness, it's confidence.
Confidence. Confidence. When you feel confident, you believe in yourself, and you don't feel the need to rush.
And for our English learners, this is such good news. If you need a moment of silence before you answer a question in English, that is completely okay.
More than okay. It shows you are thinking carefully, not just guessing.
A short pause. Let me think. That's a completely natural, confident way to speak.
Way better than rushing and making mistakes because you're afraid of a small silence.
So number 3, silence before you speak can make your words stronger, not weaker.
I love that one.
Number 4, silence helps you notice small, beautiful things you usually miss.
Ooh, this is a gentle one.
Yes, think about walking down a busy street with loud music in your headphones. What do you notice?
Honestly, not much. Just the music and getting to where I'm going.
Right. But now, imagine walking the same street with no headphones, no phone, just quiet. What might you notice?
Maybe the birds, the wind, someone laughing nearby, the smell of bread from a bakery.
Exactly. Silence opens your senses. It helps you notice details that noise usually covers up.
Covers up. When something covers up something else, it hides it.
Right. Noise covers up small, beautiful moments, and silence uncovers them again.
I have an example. Last weekend, I went to visit my parents. Usually when I visit, the television is on, my phone is buzzing, and everyone is a little distracted.
That sounds like most family visits, honestly.
True. But this time, there was a small power cut. No electricity for about 2 hours.
Oh no. Or maybe, oh yes.
Exactly. Oh, yes. At first, we complained. No TV, no internet. But then we just sat together in the living room with a candle, talking quietly.
And
it became one of the best evenings I've had with my family in a long time. We talked slowly. We laughed. My father told an old story about his childhood that I had never heard before.
wow, that's a beautiful moment.
It only happened because the noise stopped, because silence gave us space to really be together.
That gives me a warm feeling. So number 4, silence helps you notice the small, beautiful things you usually miss.
And sometimes we need to create that silence on purpose, not just wait for the power to go out.
True, we can't wait for a power cut every time.
Okay, number 5, and this one is a little more personal. Silence can help you deal with strong emotions.
Yes, this is such an important one.
When we feel angry or upset or hurt, our first instinct is often to speak immediately, to react right away.
To fire back a response.
Fire back. That's a great phrase. When you fire back, you respond very quickly, usually with anger or without thinking carefully.
And often when we fire back in a strong emotion, we say things we don't really mean.
Things we regret later.
Regret, we remember that word from before. You feel sad and wish you had done something differently.
Right, but silence, even just a few seconds of it, can give us space between the feeling and the reaction.
Space between the feeling and the reaction. I like that phrase a lot.
I had an argument with a close friend a while ago. She said something that really hurt me, and my first instinct was to say something hurtful back immediately.
A very human reaction.
Very human. But instead, I stayed quiet for a moment. I didn't respond right away. I just breathed.
And what happened?
In that small silence, I realized she was probably just having a hard day, and her words weren't really about me. If I had fired back immediately, I might have said something I couldn't take back.
Take back. When you take back words, you wish you could remove them, but you can't.
Exactly. Words are a little like that old saying about toothpaste. Once it's out of the tube, you can't put it back in.
That's such a good way to explain it.
So silence in that moment protected my friendship. A few seconds of quiet saved us from a fight that didn't need to happen.
That's powerful. So number 5, silence gives you space to respond wisely instead of reacting in a hurry.
And responding is different from reacting. When you respond, you think first. When you react, you just explode.
Explode. Not literally, of course.
Right, not literally, just emotionally.
Okay, number 6, and I think this is my favorite one. Silence helps you connect with yourself.
Say more about that.
So many of us are so busy, so surrounded by noise, that we actually forget to check in with ourselves. We don't ask, how am I really doing? What do I really need? What do I really want?
Because there's no quiet moment to even ask the question.
Exactly. We wake up, check our phone, rush to work, come home, watch something, sleep. There's no space in between.
No space to check in with yourself.
Right. And I started a small habit a few months ago. Every night before I sleep, I sit quietly for 5 minutes. No phone, no music, just me.
What do you do in those 5 minutes?
Sometimes nothing at all. I just breathe. Sometimes I think about my day. Sometimes I just notice how I'm feeling.
And has it helped?
A lot, actually. I feel calmer. I understand myself better. I know what's bothering me instead of just feeling generally stressed without knowing why.
That's the power of what people sometimes call checking in with yourself.
Checking in, like checking in at a hotel. But instead, you're checking in with your own mind and heart.
I love that comparison, and I think a lot of stress in our lives comes exactly from this. We don't take a moment to check in, so small problems build up quietly, without us noticing, until they become big problems.
Build up. When something builds up, it slowly gets bigger and bigger over time.
Right. 5 minutes of silence a day can stop small feelings from building up into big ones.
So, number 6, use silence to connect with yourself and check in on how you're really doing.
Beautiful. Number 7, and I think this one is something almost everyone needs to hear. Silence helps you recharge your energy.
Recharge. Recharge. Like charging a phone battery, but for your own mind and body.
Exactly. Think about your phone. If you never plug it in, the battery slowly goes down until it turns off completely.
And our energy works the same way. If we never stop, never rest, never have quiet time, our own battery slowly runs out too.
But here's the interesting part. A lot of people think rest means sleep, or rest means sitting on the sofa watching a show.
Which can be nice, of course.
Of course, but that's not always true rest, because there's still noise. There's still something filling your mind.
Real recharging often needs silence. A few minutes with nothing playing, nothing demanding your attention.
I noticed this myself during a very busy week at work. I worked long hours, and every evening I would come home and immediately turn on a show just to relax.
That sounds normal.
It felt normal, but by the end of the week, I still felt completely exhausted, more tired than when the week started.
Even though you were resting every evening.
Exactly. So one evening, instead of turning on a show, I just sat quietly for 20 minutes. No screen, no sound, just sitting.
And how did that feel compared to watching a show?
Completely different. After 20 minutes of real silence, I felt more rested than after 2 hours of watching something.
That's such an important discovery.
It really is, because we often fill our free time with more noise, thinking it's rest, when really our mind never gets a true break.
Exhausted. Exhausted. When you are exhausted, you are extremely tired, with very little energy left.
And silence, real silence, is one of the fastest ways to recharge that energy.
So, number 7, remember that silence can restore your energy in a way that noise, even relaxing noise, sometimes cannot.
A very good reminder for all of us. Now, I do want to say something important here before we go further.
Go ahead.
We are talking about the power of silence, but we are not saying that talking is bad, or that quiet people are always right and loud people are always wrong.
No, not at all. Talking, sharing, laughing loudly with friends, these are wonderful parts of life too.
Exactly. The point is not silence all the time. The point is balance. A life with only noise becomes exhausting. A life with only silence can become lonely.
That's such an important point. We need both.
Yes, silence is a tool, like a rest between two songs. The rest makes the music more beautiful, but the rest alone is not the song.
I love that image. Silence and sound working together.
So today, we're not asking you to become silent forever. We're just asking you to add small moments of silence into your noisy day.
A little quiet here, a little quiet there. Small doses, not a total lifestyle change.
Exactly. And that brings us to some very practical ideas. Let's talk about how to actually add silence into a busy life.
Yes, let's get practical.
First idea, try a silent morning routine, even for just 10 minutes.
This means before you check your phone, before the noise of the day begins, give yourself 10 quiet minutes. Drink your coffee or tea in silence, look out the window, just breathe.
You don't need to do anything special, just protect that time from noise. Second idea, take a silent walk.
This means walking outside without headphones, without a phone call, just you and your surroundings.
Notice the sounds around you instead of adding your own sounds on top.
Third idea, practice a pause before you speak.
This is so useful, especially for our English learners. Next time someone asks you a question, try pausing for 2 or 3 seconds before answering.
It gives you time to organize your thoughts, and it makes you sound more confident, not less.
Fourth idea, have one meal without any screen.
No phone, no TV, just eating slowly, maybe with someone you care about, or even alone, but fully present.
Present. When you are present, your mind is really in the moment, not somewhere else.
Fifth idea, 5 minutes of quiet before bed.
Just like Orus said earlier, a few minutes to check in with yourself before you sleep. Sixth idea, take one short break at work without your phone.
Even 2 or 3 minutes, just sit at your desk, close your eyes, and breathe, or step outside for a moment without checking any messages.
It sounds so small, but it can completely reset your focus for the next hour.
Reset. R-E-S-E-T. When you reset something, you bring it back to a calm, fresh starting point.
These are all small ideas, nothing extreme, nothing that takes hours out of your day. But small moments of silence, repeated daily, can change how you feel, how you think, and even how you speak.
I really believe that.
Me too.
Okay, let's do our word tour. We used a lot of really good English today.
Yes, this is where we slow down and explain the strongest words from today's conversation. Even if you understood most of it, hearing the words again will help them stick in your memory.
Let's go. First word, silence. S-I-L-E-N-C-E. Silence.
Silence means no sound, no noise, complete quiet. In today's episode, we talked about the power of silence, meaning how helpful quiet moments can be.
You could say, I enjoy a little silence in the morning before work. Or, after the argument, there was a long silence between them.
Next word, foggy. F-O-G-G-Y. Foggy.
Foggy means not clear, hard to see, or hard to understand.
We talked about a foggy mind, when your thoughts feel messy and unclear.
You could say, my mind feels foggy after a bad night's sleep, or the instructions were a little foggy, so I asked again.
Next word, unheard. U-N-H-E-A-R-D. Unheard.
Unheard means not listened to. feeling like nobody is paying attention to you.
We talked about feeling unheard when someone isn't really listening to us.
You could say, she felt unheard during the meeting, or don't let your ideas go unheard, speak up.
Next word, confidence. C-O-N-F-I-D-E-N-C-E. Confidence.
Confidence means believing in yourself and your own ability.
We said that a pause before speaking can actually show confidence, not weakness.
You could say, he answered the question with confidence, or practicing English every day builds your confidence.
Next word, regret. R-E-G-R-E-T. Regret.
Regret means feeling sad or sorry about something you did and wishing it were different.
We talked about how silence can help you avoid saying things you might regret.
You could say, I regret not calling my friend back sooner, or take a breath before you speak so you don't have any regrets.
Next word, present. P-R-E-S-E-N-T. Present.
Present means fully here, fully in the moment, not distracted by other things.
We talked about having a meal without a screen, so you can be fully present.
You could say, it's hard to be present when your phone keeps buzzing, or I try to stay present when I'm with my family.
And our final word, build up. B-U-I-L-D-U-P. Build up.
Build up means to slowly grow bigger over time.
We talked about how small stresses can build up if we never take a quiet moment to notice it.
You could say small problems can build up if you ignore them, or practice a little every day so your English skills build up over time.
Next word, recharge. R-E-C-H-A-R-G-E. Recharge.
Recharge means to rest and get your energy back, like charging a battery.
We talked about how true silence can recharge you more than watching a show or scrolling on your phone.
You could say, I need a quiet weekend to recharge, or 5 minutes of silence can recharge your whole afternoon.
And our final word, exhausted. E-X-H-A-U-S-T-E-D. Exhausted.
Exhausted means extremely tired, with almost no energy left.
We talked about feeling exhausted even after a full evening of watching TV, because our mind never got real quiet.
You could say, I felt exhausted after the long meeting, or don't wait until you're exhausted to take a break.
So today's words are silence, foggy, unheard, confidence, regret, present, build up, recharge, and exhausted.
And they connect so nicely to today's message.
Give your mind a little silence and watch these good things build up.
And now let's move to say it better. This is where we take a simple sentence and make it sound more natural and more advanced.
Yes, and today these sentences are also little life lessons, just like our topic.
First sentence, I don't know what to say, so I talk anyway.
Honest, but a little basic.
A stronger way to say it is, sometimes I fill the silence with words, even when I don't really need to.
That sounds more thoughtful, and it explains the real habit.
Next sentence, I don't really listen when people talk.
That's very honest, but maybe a little harsh.
A better version would be, sometimes I'm thinking about my own reply instead of really listening.
That's more specific, and it's kinder to yourself, too.
Next sentence, I get angry and say bad things fast.
We can definitely improve this one.
A stronger version would be, I sometimes react too quickly before I've had time to think it through.
Yes, that shows self-awareness. It sounds much more mature.
Next sentence, I never have quiet time.
Simple, but let's make it stronger.
A better version would be, my days are so full of noise that I rarely find a moment of stillness.
Stillness. S-T-I-L-L-N-E-S-S. That's a beautiful word, meaning calm and quiet, without movement or noise.
Next sentence, I want to think before I talk.
Good idea. Let's polish it.
A stronger version would be, I want to pause for a moment before I respond, so my words are more thoughtful.
That sentence really captures today's whole episode.
Next sentence, I feel tired even after resting.
A very relatable sentence. Let's make it stronger.
A better version would be, I think I need real silence to recharge, not just more screen time.
That sentence shows real self-understanding. It names the actual problem instead of just the tiredness.
Final sentence, silence is good sometimes.
True, but a bit plain.
A more powerful version would be, I'm learning that a little silence each day can bring a lot of clarity.
Clarity. Clarity. When you have clarity, you can think clearly without confusion.
That's the perfect final word for today.
On clarity.
On stillness.
On letting your mind breathe before the world fills it with noise again.
Okay, before we wrap up, we want to leave you with something small to actually try, not just think about.
This week, choose one moment in your day. It can be your morning coffee, a short walk, or 5 minutes before bed.
And give that moment full silence. No phone, no music, no talking, just quiet.
Notice how it feels. Notice what you think about. Notice what you hear when there's nothing else to hear.
You don't need hours, you just need a few honest minutes.
Because the goal isn't to become silent forever.
The goal is to remember that silence is always there, waiting quietly whenever you need it.
So here is our question for you today, the one we want you to carry with you.
What's the first thing you do in the morning? Do you check your phone right away, or do you have a quiet moment first?
Tell us in the comments. Be honest, we won't judge you.
No judgment here. We've all reached for our phones first thing in the morning.
And now give yourself a listening score. Did you understand 50%, 70%, 90%, or almost everything?
Tell us your score in the comments too. And remember, every episode, your English is building up little by little.
Just like we said, small daily moments add up to something big.
And if today's episode felt a little slow, a little calm, that was on purpose.
We wanted you to actually feel a bit of the silence we were talking about.
Did you notice it? A few small pauses here and there?
I hope so. Sometimes the best way to learn an idea is to feel it a little, not just hear about it.
That's very true. Learning a language works the same way. You don't just memorize the words, you feel them in real conversations, again and again, until they become natural.
And that's exactly why we keep coming back here every single day to give you real conversations to feel and practice with.
Okay, let's recap everything we talked about today. Quick review. 6 ways silence has power in our lives.
1. Silence helps you think more clearly.
2. Silence helps you listen better to other people.
3. Silence before you speak can make your words more powerful.
4. Silence helps you notice small, beautiful things.
5. Silence gives you space to respond wisely instead of reacting quickly.
6. Silence helps you connect with yourself.
And our key vocabulary today: silence, foggy, unheard, confidence, regret, present, build up, stillness, and clarity.
Use these words. Say them out loud. Put them into your own sentences today.
Okay, announcement time. We have a full collection of English learning PDFs waiting for you right now. Speaking challenges, vocabulary flashcards, conversation workbooks, native speaker phrase guides, and IELTS practice packs, and more.
Everything you need to practice English outside of this podcast, all in one place. And right now, 40% off with code DEP40. DEP40.
Link is in the description. Grab it before the offer ends.
And one last reminder before we go, we're now on Facebook and Spotify too.
If you're listening somewhere else right now, come find us on Spotify and hit that follow button so you never miss a new episode.
And on Facebook, search Daily English Podcast. Follow us there for quick tips and little English lessons between episodes.
And if this episode helped you, if you felt something or learned something, or even just smiled once, please click like.
Please subscribe to Daily English Podcast right here on Spotify and on Facebook too.
And share this episode with one person who needs a little quiet in their life today.
You didn't waste this time. You invested it.
In your English, in your mind, in yourself.
We are so proud of you. Seriously.
This was the Daily English Podcast with Corey and Orus.
Until next time, speak with purpose, listen with silence, and be very kind to yourself.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Your progress doesn't stop here. Click the next video. We have more English conversations, more real stories, and more phrases for your daily life waiting for you right now.